He said it so casually. Like he was asking me to pass the salt. My ex will be at Christmas dinner. Try not to make it awkward, behave yourself for once. I looked up from my phone. His smirk was practiced. Comfortable. He'd said things like this before, little digs wrapped in humor, designed to make me feel small while he towered above me, magnanimous and patient. Of course, I said. I smiled. He didn't see my hand tighten around the phone. It started 3 weeks ago. A notification. His phone on the counter while he showered. A message preview that stayed on screen just long enough. Can't wait to see you again. It's been too long. Christmas will be perfect. No name. Just a heart emoji. I didn't touch his phone. I didn't need to. Because I already knew who sent it. His ex. The one he still followed. Still liked every post. The one whose name he said too carefully, like he was protecting something fragile and forbidden. I'd suspected for months. The late meetings. The cologne he didn't wear for me. The way he checked his phone during dinner, then locked the screen too quickly. But suspicion isn't proof. And I needed proof. I watched him for 2 weeks. I said nothing. I smiled at breakfast. I kissed him goodbye. I played the role he expected, the wife who was too trusting, too naive, too grateful to question him. But I wasn't sleeping. I was searching. Bank statements. Hidden in his office drawer, buried beneath tax documents. Charges to hotels I'd never stayed in. Restaurants I'd never visited. Jewelry I'd never received. I photographed everything. Then I found the texts. He thought he'd deleted them. But cloud backups don't lie. And neither do recovery apps. Months of messages. Declarations of love. Plans to leave me. Promises that, soon, they'd be together openly, officially. Just get through the holidays, she'd written. Then you can tell her. I sat in the dark, staring at the screen. My hands didn't shake. My breath stayed even. I felt nothing but clarity. So she'll be here around 6, he said on Christmas Eve, adjusting his tie in the mirror. I thought it would be nice. You know, show we're all mature adults. Absolutely, I said. I was setting the table. Crystal glasses. His mother's china. Everything perfect. I'm glad you're being so understanding about this, he continued. I know you can be sensitive. Sensitive. That's what he called it when I cried. When I asked where he'd been. When I dared to question the life he was dismantling behind my back. I've invited someone too, I said softly. He turned. What? A guest. I thought it would be nice. You know, mature. His face shifted. Confusion, then irritation. Who? You'll see. The doorbell rang at 6:15. He answered it. She walked in, his ex, radiant and smiling, carrying wine like she belonged here. Merry Christmas, she purred, kissing his cheek. He glanced at me. I smiled back. Then the doorbell rang again. His face changed. Drained. White. I walked to the door. And opened it. His other ex stood there. The one from 2 years ago. The one he said had moved across the country. The one he'd never stopped seeing. Behind her stood his coworker. The platonic friend from the gym. And behind her, a process server holding an envelope. Merry Christmas, I said. The room fell silent. His ex, the first one, looked at the second woman. Then at him. What the hell is this? I invited them, I said calmly. All of them. So we could be mature adults together. I turned to him. His mouth opened. Nothing came out. I know everything, I said quietly. The hotels. The texts. The plans to leave me after the holidays so you wouldn't ruin your image. I handed him the envelope. Divorce papers. Already filed. Already signed. You have 30 days to move out. His hands trembled as he took it. The women stared. At him. At each other. I picked up my coat. Enjoy your dinner, I said. And I walked out into the cold night air. I didn't look back. Not at the house. Not at him. Not at the life I'd spent years building with a man who was never really mine. The snow fell quietly around me as I drove away. My phone buzzed. Messages flooding in, from him, from them, desperate and frantic. I turned it off. For the first time in months, I felt light. Not happy. Not sad. Just, free. I smiled. Not for him. For me.